I know it's been 2 or 3 days since I last uploaded a video, so I really didn't know when I was going to do this, but I guess we'll do it now. This is my updated 2019 PS2 collection, and I have 117 games. So yeah, I better get started because there's a lot of them. I still play on my PS2, not as much, but I do play on it from time to time and stuff like that. But this is Kingdom Hearts. It's an action adventure puzzler. I think it's also known as an RPG because you can go around and upgrade your character and weapons and stuff. Highly recommend Kingdom Hearts. Fantastic series. They came out with the third game finally this year, back in January, so that was really cool. And of course, it's not for PS2, of course. But yeah, highly recommend it. I got the Black Label version. I think the Black Label versions for Kingdom Hearts and for a lot of other games are kind of getting hard to find, so I'm lucky that I actually have the Black Label versions of these. Speaking of more Kingdom Hearts 2, Black Label version as well, and same goes for this one, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Great series. No, I haven't played this game yet, but I'm sure it's really good. This one is Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Burning Earth. I love the Avatar cartoon series. I can't wait for the live-action Netflix series. It should be really good. This one looks like it's an action-adventure puzzler. That's what it looks like from the pictures. I have not played it yet, but it looks like it would be really good. And I know a lot of YouTubers do that. They'll say, well, I'm gonna get to this game when I can. I don't have time right now, or that is pretty much the truth. That's why YouTubers keep saying that, because we don't have hardly time, but we got all these games and stuff. And I do play games. I seriously do play games. It's just not all these old games all the time, but sometimes I will sit down and play them. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. This includes the classic original Sonic games that were on the Sega Genesis. Awesome collection of games. If you're a fan of Sonic, definitely pick it up. I know I am. And then I found this one. I didn't even know this was even out on PS2. Sonic Unleashed. In my opinion, this is a pretty good game. I heard a lot of people say that they did not like this game, but I like it. I think it's pretty good. Sonic transforms into a beast-like creature. On the back cover, that's what he transforms into. It kind of reminds me of what they did with The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Link would transform from a human into a beast, which is a wolf. So maybe that was their own version of that or something like that. That would be my guess. It'd be kind of cool to kind of think about that. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Fantastic game in my opinion. I consider this to be the fourth game, in my opinion, of the original series, because the animation and the graphic style is in the style of the original Crash Bandicoots. And the way that the story goes, it's basically the fourth game. And people argue, they say that Wrath of Cortex is not the fourth game, and I feel like it is. So there you go. Now this is when the series started getting weird. Crash in Twinsanity. The graphics are a little bit different. Actually, a lot different. I mean, they try to keep the art style of the original, but you can tell it's different. This one was very weird, as I was saying. Crash and Dr. Cortex are kind of like stuck together, and you have to play as both of them stuck together. It's very, very weird. Now this is where they tried to reboot the series, and it just didn't work. I'm missing my Crash of the Titans. That's the one I'm missing. I don't have it yet, but this is Crash Mind Over Mutant. I actually enjoyed this game, but I have to agree, it's not the original series for sure. This is a daggone reboot. I mean, it's okay for what it is, but it's not a very good Crash Bandicoot game. It's just not. I love the original series, and I also love Wrath of Cortex. Fantastic game. Over the Hedge. Looks like a action-adventure puzzler game. Have not played it yet, but it does look fun. I enjoyed the Over the Hedge film. Good movie. Kung Fu Panda. Awesome movie. Have not played the game, but it looks like it would be a action-adventure puzzler. That's what it looks like. Have not played this one either, but I loved this cartoon though when I was younger. Rocket Power. Beach Bandits. Well, of course, that wasn't the name of the show, but that's the name of the game. It looks like it would be something to do with sports, skiing, and skateboarding and stuff like that. So it looks like it would be pretty fun. It looks like it may actually have some action-adventure elements as well, but I'm not sure. But it looks like it would be good, though. Yes, I have this in my collection. Oh well. I got it for a cheap price, so I picked it up. Nickelodeon, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So yeah, I have it. And of course I have another one. Why not? SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yes, I have them. I actually have a SpongeBob game on PlayStation 1, and it's actually quite fun. It's a side-scroller, but that's the PS1 though. This is PS2. Highly recommend this series of 3 games. Sly Cooper and the Devious Raccoonus. Fantastic game. This game has been brought over to PS3 and also was continued with a new installment on PS3. Fantastic series. I really love it. I would love a PS4 port of that collection, including the 4th game in that collection. I think that needs to happen, but will it happen? I don't know. We also need a Sly 5 as well. Excuse me. Sly 2, Band of Thieves. And these games are action-adventure, platformers, puzzlers. Fantastic series. And then the 3rd installment, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Did I say Band of Thieves for 2? I think I did. Alright, and then there's the back. Great series. It's really, really good. Another fantastic series that got ported over to PS3 and PS4. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. And I tried to get the black label for all of these, and I managed to get it done. It's just my favorite series of games and stuff. I love to get the black labels if possible. That's just what I do. So I got the black labels for all of these. Jak and Daxter. Fantastic series. Action adventure puzzler. And awesome series. I wish they would do another one. They were planning to do a reboot or something like that, and it got canceled. And maybe down the road something will happen with the series. Jak 2. But there is one of them that I'm missing. I'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Jak 3. And this is technically Jak 4 because this one takes place after Jak 3. Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. Now the one I was talking about is called Jak X. It's a racing game. I don't have it yet, but I do plan to get it, and then I'll have them all on PS2. This is Whiplash, action adventure, platformer, puzzler. Fantastic game. It's very, very weird, very, very strange. It's got some goofy jokes and stuff in it. He's like the main character, and you sling around the rabbit, a mechanical robotic rabbit, and that is your weapon. And they're also friends because they're trying to bust out of a not bust out of a prison, but kind of like a scientific lab place. It's a very cool game. Now, I don't have the original cover art for this, which I do plan to buy it again for that reason. Ratchet and Clank, the original. So I just made up a cover for it. Let me get something to drink. Hang on a second. That's a little bit better. I just got me something to drink. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, the sequel. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, which completed the original trilogy. Then they decided to make, I don't know, I guess these are sequels, or they also could be spin-offs, I'm not exactly sure. This one was on PSP as well, and so Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. This one doesn't have the original cover, which I plan to rebuy it for that. Ratchet Deadlock. This is from a store called, I think this is from GameStop, but it also says EB Games as well. So I guess it can go either way. Secret Agent Clank. I think this was also on PS2 as well. I mean, on PSP as well, I think it was. Okay, next is a strange game, in my opinion, or a strange series. But I really love it. I had to fix my glasses. They were falling down my face. Alright, I'm probably pronounce it wrong, but I pronounce it Colana. This is Colana 2. I would love to own the original game on PlayStation 1, but it's kind of pricey. I would love to have it though. And then I made some more on Game Boy Advance, and I would love to have them as well. Love that series. Oh, and I also did a kind of like a remake of the original off of PlayStation 1, and they brought it over to Wii, and I'd love to get that also. Rayman Arena. I don't know too much about this, but I think it might be a Coliseum style fighting game where you fight in a Coliseum. That's what it looks like in my opinion. I have not really played this. Oh, good grief. No, I have played a little bit of this one. This one's really fun. I really enjoyed it so far. Star Wars 2, the original trilogy Lego game. It is actually quite fun. It really is fun. Now, this one is trying to be like CTR or Mario Kart or other games like that. Pac-Man World Rally. It's a kart racing game in the world of Pac-Man. Fantastic game right here. Finding Nemo. Awesome game. Action adventure, side scroller, puzzler. Fantastic game. Love the movies, including Finding Dory. Great movies. Really fun game. Kind of wish they would have made one based off of Finding Dory, because that would have been a good game if it was made in the same way that game was made. But apparently they're not going to do that. Robots. Action adventure platformer. This actually is pretty good. I've actually been playing a little bit of that one. Last time I played on PS2, that's the game I actually played, and it was pretty good. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know why in the world I said that for. But, this is a pretty good game. It's an action-adventure platformer. It's really a lot of fun. I have been playing that one as also. I actually played that one and Robots in the same day when I last played on the PS2. I recently got this one in a pickups video, Monsters Inc. Looks like it would be really fun. It's a action-adventure platformer. So I'm looking forward to playing that when I do. Same goes with this one. This one looks like an action-adventure platformer. This looks like this would be really, really fun. Tom and Jerry in War of the Whiskers. Tom and Jerry. Good cartoons. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Action-adventure platformer. Another good game, Beyond Good and Evil. Whenever Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes out, I'm definitely looking forward to that. This is an action-adventure platformer. Spider-Man. It's an action-adventure platformer. This is a really, really good Spider-Man game. But if you compare it to the latest Spider-Man game, the latest one is much better. Even though I still haven't played it yet. But I've been watching gameplay on it, and it looks amazing. It kind of favors Spider-Man 2. I'm talking about the new Spider-Man game kind of favors Spider-Man 2. I have this one as well. This one was more like an open world, but it still was an action-adventure platformer. And they also came out with Spider-Man 3, but I don't have it on PS2. Not yet. Batman Begins. Awesome Batman game. Action-adventure platformer. This is a really, really good Batman game. It's really good. But comparing it to the Arkham games, like the Arkham games are better, but that still is a good Batman game. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Action-adventure platformer. Now this one I definitely do want to play. The game style looks very similar to God of War and Ghost Rider. Looks like an action-adventure platformer. Looks like a puzzler as well, because it looks like it favors God of War, like I said. Spawn Armageddon. This one looks like it might be a action-adventure platformer. A bunch of these games I have not played at all in any of my collections that I have. Definitely have to have these ones. I don't have them all. I think you can get 1 through 6 on PS2. And what I'm talking about is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I'm missing 4 of these games, and I plan to get them. Action-adventure platformer puzzler games. Fantastic. And Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Let's see. The Hobbit. Action-adventure puzzler platformer. And let's see. The Lord of the Rings. The Fellowship of the Ring. This is, well, the case is kind of messed up a little bit, but the cover art's okay. This is action-adventure platformer. It kind of favors a RPG style game just a little bit. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. That's definitely a action-adventure platformer. I actually enjoyed that one a whole lot. Same goes with this one. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Now this next one favors the style of Final Fantasy. I don't play Final Fantasy all that much, but I do play it sometimes. This one definitely favors it in that style of gameplay. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. Where it's a game where you have to attack your enemy, then your enemy attacks back, and that's exactly what it is. Alright, thank you so much. Part 2. I'm going to do a part 2.